You can help support the channel by heading to our merchandise store and picking up some of our great aircraft designs created by our graphic designer. We have everything from fighters to transport aircraft, which you can choose to have printed on t-shirts, mugs, stickers and much more. Head to the description below and click the links and pick up your design today. Thank you and enjoy.
Tell you the story about, did I mention the mid-air I nearly had in Malaysia?
I don't believe so.
I was going to explain it in a little bit more detail. It's come up fairly recently, so I thought I'll go through it again. But I was leading a two-ship down towards Singapore from Malaysia. So we're heading south, got wingmen out in spread formation, and we see some aircraft up ahead. I think they were around about our 11 o'clock. We turned towards them, trying to ID them and assess them. Now, the opposition were F-5s and from Singapore and F-18s from Australia. So we identified them as A-4s. So immediately I started turning away from them, but fairly gently. And they started a brake turn, and they were on the common frequency. So I could hear them calling the brake, and I tried to tell them that we're friendlies. And so we're in this belly turn. I'm on the left, my wingman's on the right, and we're turning away, trying to not threaten them. And after a few seconds, and I guess my mistake was I went belly up to the A4s, so I couldn't see them anymore. I'm on the left, and as we're turning away, and we're at 500 feet at about 500 odd knots at this point, and this A4 went through my flight path at 90 degrees, and I could see the guy's helmet. I could just about read his name, and it just went straight through our path, and I'm sure he was looking at my wingman and didn't see us at all. And, we're doing 1,000 feet a second, and I reckon he went within 200 feet of straight in front of us. So, pretty close to impact. My nav just about, jumped out of his skin. I did too a little bit, but we called to knock it off. Gave up the target run at that point, which was somewhere in Singapore. And we flew around Singapore for around about at 1,500 feet. I just got my wingman join combat formation, so I didn't have to worry about him for a while. We let our heart rate settle down. And then as we came around the south side of Changi Airport, back to the eastern side of Singapore, and then just straight back into the exercise again. Had about that 10-minute breather, reset, got the heart rate down back to normal, and then pressed on and finished off the mission, which involved another target up in Malaysia and then back into Butterworth. For I think we did a target run there as well. But yeah, that one was quite an experience, and one of the closest I've ever come to actually having an accident. And I'll take a little bit of the blame for turning so that I couldn't see them anymore. But they wouldn't listen to me on the radio either, and that was something that came up in the debrief. And I don't know how they thought. We're on the same side, and I don't know how they ID'd F-111s as bad guys. But anyway, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. But where were the A4s from then? If you were talking about
Singapore.
I didn't know that A4s in Singapore.
A4s and F5s. And there was us and F-18s. I think on that exercise we had MiG-29s on some operating out of Kuantan. And back at Butterworth they had Hawks, and that was pre-F-18 in Malaysia. But definitely they had MiG-29s by that point. Didn't end up mixing up with them. I did bomb them at Kuantan one night. and ran the pay pack over them. That was interesting on the tape.